Okay guys, today I want to talk to you about the F word, and I know we are here at Fjords, but that's not the F word I'm concerned about. It's also not the four-letter word that we all know and love. No, the five-letter F word that I'm talking about is the word flank. Now, in World of Tanks, there are a lot of armchair generals and worrywarts that will look at the minimap sometimes, and their little hearts will go pitter-pat, and they'll start talking about a flank that's been left unguarded. Now, in my opinion, if three conditions are met, I don't think it matters much if that flank is left unguarded. Condition number one, take up decent firing positions with good cover. Condition number two, don't scatter. That's always of paramount importance. Condition number three, place yourselves within reasonable distance of your own flag so there isn't any danger of being capped. Now, if all three of these conditions are met, I don't think you have any concerns, provided, of course, that you play well. And on this map, one of the keys and secrets, I believe, and I've always thought this, I think almost from the beginning, is that if an enemy force, especially heavies, makes a long march down towards H3 and then reaches the corner there at a J5 and then comes around the corner and starts advancing into the town, well, all of that takes time. And if your own team deploys and fights completely avoiding that area, you might win the battle before those guys, making their long march enter the fight. And that's precisely what happened here. It's almost as if we were operating to a plan. Now, of course, this is a pub match, and that sort of coordination doesn't happen all the time. And sometimes, I'll admit that total chaos and confusion can be very stimulating and entertaining. And sometimes that sort of thing will make you laugh so hard you're going to cry because it's tremendously amusing. But that's only true if you actually win the game. And those are the kinds of battles that are very memorable, but those are also the kinds of battles that are lost. And this battle was nothing like that. Everybody went to the right place and did the right thing. Now, I have XVM here up and running, and it reported that the teams were roughly equal. So it was a fair fight with not a particular advantage for either side. Now, I'm going to turn my camera around here and point out perhaps the best player on either team. Now, I don't want to make him the butt of any jokes. Nevertheless, Redemption84 there, he's a 58% win rate guy. He was the guy that uttered the dreaded F word, the flank. But as it turned out, when I saw how our guys were deploying, especially in two compact formations, taking up good firing positions with no scatter, relatively near to our flag, that's great. And as predicted, the enemy did the usual thing on this map. A bunch of important vehicles, including heavies, took too long waltzing forward to the J5 position. They turned the corner, but it took too long, and the battle was largely over before they got into the fight. So you guys, in your three-man platoons, if you see that pattern developing on this map or on any other map, and you can fit your platoon into that situation, your chances of winning are very good. Now, it was not only a Redemption84 that was gravely concerned about the J5 position. The Object 416 over there, Crazy Doggy from Slope, he was also very alarmed about our deployment, and you can watch for that as well. Now, another factor is I was platooned with eladknight in his Centurion 7/1 and Whomper1 over there in his IS-8, and we made the decision to go up the hill. And in the event, the E50 came with us, also the AMX 1390, and perhaps not such a great idea, but he did come and he did get involved in the fight in reasonable time at the E75 there. And remarkably, a whole bunch of our other guys assembled in the E6, E7 area. Now, when we used to do champion companies, that's exactly where we would assemble a fire team. And, that's a little bit of randomness, but in this particular battle, people, as I said earlier, went to the right place. And it's awesome when you see a pattern like this developing, and only good things can come from it, especially if the enemy does not deploy in a similarly efficient manner. So I'm going to hit the space bar here and advance the battle at regular speed. And sometimes, it can be a bit of a traffic jam. I'm angling to push Elad up the hill here. Now, in a few seconds here, you'll see the mark of a good player. Now, Redemption84 there, watch. He pauses. See, he's seen the deployment, and he types in heavies, ? And then he starts pinging J5. I think he's totally wrong about this, and we'll see that. And here I'm pushing Elad. And now Crazy Dog is pinging J5 as well, saying that we need to have heavies there. And, I'm going to hit the spacebar here and point out another thing. The number one mistake in World of Tanks is deploying in insufficient strength and in small numbers and getting wiped out. And because we sent nobody down there, we didn't lose anybody and nobody got damaged. It's possible, that the E75 might have gone there alone, following their advice, and been killed without anybody to help him. And I'm going to hit the spacebar again here, and we can just watch this deployment. So I think the comment is coming up here in a few seconds. There it is. Flank open means we're going to get flanked. Well, I think that's an incorrect call. And as you can see, we've already killed a crazy scout that was goofing off there in the center of the map. We've got a massive fire team assembling at E6, E7. It's magic, guys. And look down at J5. What do you see? Well, you don't see anything. And we are about to pincer a fraction of their team and totally outnumber them here in the C6, C7 area. And look, J5, nothing. Still nothing. It's pretty amazing. And I'm just going to sit back in the corner here, behaving like a commander. In many battles I don't play like other people do. And I'm just waiting here to burst through to their arties. There we've killed a T-69, and there they finally appeared down at H5, H6, but it's too late. And we're going to wipe out this center force before they can do anything about it. And it's a thing of beauty. And this game can be very unforgiving if you do not deploy in the right manner. And that's one of the reasons for platooning. If three guys can observe a mess, it's possible, especially if some of you are really good, you can carry the fight. And I'm just, I'm not needed much in this battle, but I'm going to have a little bit of fun here. And there's the RHM ahead of me. I'm trying to keep cover between him and me and approach him. And let's see what happens here. Tracks me, a bit of luck there. And look at that T-54 Tier 9 running away. I'm not unsympathetic to his plight there because he's out of position and he's outnumbered. And sometimes it's better to live to fight another day. But this, as you can see, this fight is largely over. The J5 position was totally irrelevant. We didn't lose anybody down there. We didn't scatter. The number one pattern for success in this game is a large group of vehicles meets a smaller group, wipes them out, and unless the enemy survivors are absolutely brilliant and play beautifully, all other things being equal, they're going to lose the game, and that's exactly what happened here. So that's awesome. And with all respect to Redemption84 and Crazy Doggy, I think their concerns were misplaced, and it's been a bugbear of mine ever since I started playing World of Tanks. The word, the F word, flank. a lot of the times it doesn't really matter, and people should stop obsessing about it. Join a fire team. Wipe out whatever's in front of you. Don't get too far away from your cap, and in most cases, if you observe those simple rules, you'll achieve a lot of success. So it's game over, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Good night.